Back to the channel. We'll be playing some Kingdom Come to kind of end the night off.
Let's have another round.
I hear you like to play.
What game would you like to play?
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
I love you too, mate.
But you don't get it. I love you more than my own brother.
That much, eh?
You're not my brother.
Fuck, bust.
More than my own.
Greetings to you.
All right now. Take it easy. What are people gonna think?
But it's true. You've always
Finished.
had my back.
Your turn.
One
Never
beer,
betrayed
please.
me.
Of course not.
We men just got to stick together. Otherwise we're fucked.
Mother of God, what are you punishing me for?
Alright, let's go play the main mission.
Don't be a coward.
Innkeeper, what's taking so long? Christ, what's the holdup?
Greetings. Good day to you.
Okay. I do have to be dressed up nice for this. I don't think I do.
Pouring it over the fence. You won't believe this. A whole village burned to the ground. Hell on earth. Just a few days' walk from here. You have to hear this. In Silver Skallets, they say, without warning, attacked by human troops. In one afternoon, they burned down the whole village, killed all the villagers, and drove the local lord out of his own castle. You see what that ginger politics is doing to our land? He wants to burn us. Go home quick.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace.
I don't even remember who this
Actually,
guy
I
is.
have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Oh, it's
What
this
you
guy.
like. I need to get into the city council assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king.
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
That's none of your concern.
Oh, really? Then about face and go back where you came from.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you'd better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
About a few groschen. Damn.
I must have misheard you. Our collaboration is only just beginning. Quill warrior.
Are you deaf, you impertinent pup? I repeat, I'll get you to the assembly, and there ends our business. Over and done with.
All right. Have it your way. So?
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is Zum Eisernen Adler.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
I will. I don't know about you. Obtain King's Waiter clothes and certificates. Alright.
Careful.
What a beautiful hall.
They're fighting.
What are you doing?
You won't.
Whoa!
To the store. Why did you do that?
Greetings, friend.
Whoa!
Oh, okay, it's on the other side.
Quality merchandise.
Whoa!
Fine wares. Come and take your pick.
What am I looking for here? At D. Obtain the King's Waiter's clothes. Okay.
God be with you, my friend.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What do you have for sale?
She sell it. Oh, that's pretty sick. It's like American colors. I kind of fuck with that.
Nothing suits your fancy, eh? Needles, thread, pins, silk thread.
Good day.
The finest wares, quality goods.
Greetings.
Hmm. Okay.
Good afternoon.
Show me your wares.
Maybe
I don't
next
know why
time then.
she would have it.
Don't be shy. Pictures. Fine pictures.
Oh, this door's open over here. Oh, it was open. Okay. That's weird.
Jesus Christ be praised.
For a wonderful perch. Here they are.
Come and
The best fabric. The finest work. I nearly left my fingers on them for butter.
Greetings. I'd like to...
Surely you can wait a while. I have a customer here. Here you are. The finest fabric. Intricate work. You won't find the likes anywhere else in this town.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. I'll gladly recommend you if anyone asks. And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you were supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then.
That worked.
To
Wow.
begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
No.
Well, to tell the truth, I'm not exactly an expert.
You're off to a great start, but whatever. If you make a mess of it and the king has you whipped, you've no one to blame but yourself. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Come and take a look.
Fine day for some fine.
Was it worth it?
You'll think twice next time before... Careful.
Come and take a look.
Okay.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He's drunk, just ruin his reputation.
He crippled his leg. He can't even stand up. Never mind serve guests.
Is it serious? That's all we need. Having to find a new waiter.
No, it won't come to that. It just looks like a twisted ankle. A few days, and he'll be right as rain.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll just have to manage with you for today. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure. Here it is.
Everything's in order. Now, about your livery. You've got a waiter's cap, a tunic you have. Hose are good. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around tables. Everything as it should be. Glad to see it, lad. Do you know what your duties are? For an inexperienced greenhorn like you, it'll be a great responsibility.
Well, I'll happily listen to any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double. You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red, by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjit stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
To stay in the background and keep quiet until someone asks me something?
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't need any interruptions. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it. Right?
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load. You can wait in the cubbyhole for the servants.
A guest will order wine, either Tokajai white or monastery red, calling down to you, raising their hand. If you're unsure, you can ask them to repeat their order. Pouring wine on the table in the corner of the room, you'll find 2 pitchers of wine. Take one that the guest wants to pour and walk to its table with the pitcher. The chat will activate the option to pour wine for him. After serving the guest, you can return to the pitcher, wait to see the next guest wants the same wine. Quality of service. Be careful not to let guests wait too long or pour them a wine they didn't order. Repeatedly delays or mistakes won't be tolerated.
There are the pitchers of wine. Hopefully I won't splash anyone's shoes.
It's a joke. And on top
Okay.
of it, the army was requisitioning.
So that's red, that's white.
The town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are
Takai.
you doing, Eldris?
Takai is white.
Bandits who freed Henning, The Dry Devil used that thing. That Hackenbücher.
Sir?
Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they
Thank
get
you,
them?
waiter.
You're the one who should know where they got them. Since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison.
That one
And
the right
Herr
one?
König surely knows this too.
Alright, Tokide is white.
You
Cool.
smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what
I'd like some monastery
Schwierigkeiten
wine.
this is.
Refill my cup, boy.
The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere
okay.
in the region. We have the army
Red wine.
bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight? Exactly.
Hold on.
Merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Oh shit, that's the guy I'm not supposed to give wine.
Here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop
That's the guy I'm not supposed to give wine.
in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies.
Sir?
Nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory.
Honestly, I could care less if I'm not supposed to give somebody wine. Fuck 'em, dude.
If he waived some of the taxes,
It's not my job
The
to
king fears that this
enable
town will
or
rise
not
against
enable.
him. He'll
I'm a
take
waiter.
the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't it the same thing?
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The
Come
current
here,
baths in the
friend,
city fall
and bring
far
that red
short
with
of
you.
covering all the citizens' needs.
No.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink and wants to repair the baths that used to be there.
She's a protege of Maresh.
I'd like
Her
to
efforts
oblige,
are commendable, but
not
I
allowed.
don't think she will succeed.
You can keep
It
that
takes a
slop.
firm hand.
I'm the biggest
Soft,
wine
feminine
connoisseur
fingers.
in
A
town.
moment ago, you were complaining there weren't enough baths. Shouldn't
More
we
wine,
support her?
Master Bailiff.
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend, bathhouse proprietor Adam.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
We don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you'd finally admit that it's a trifle, we wouldn't have to keep coming
Nice.
back to it. A trifle?
Whose silver might this
Do
be?
you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats.
So, did you find it?
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
Naz's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know,
I fancy some
Gunslin
Tokai.
absolutely hates
Refill,
him.
boy.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Horseshit! You know full well. Everybody knows. He wiped the floor with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself?
I'd like some white.
Me? I beg your pardon. I demand that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Thank you, waiter. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me.
It's like the easiest fucking waiter job in the world, dude.
Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
Hey, waiter.
I don't
Pour me
like
some
Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric,
Waiter,
but also
get me
illegal.
white.
If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom to us. It's now run by the German Menhart.
Don't hang around me.
Who knows who
Vanish, you hear me?
Don't be ridiculous,
What's wrong?
sucker. You
Are you afraid everything will come out?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
To our shred of proof. Go. We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are punished by the bailiff. And that's
Refill,
that.
sir.
Do you think I come
There
to
are
the
more
castle
pressing
just
matters to
wine?
deal with.
Come here.
More pressing than the open contempt of the whole town.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
I really shouldn't, sir.
A fine servant you are.
Wobbling constantly.
Fuck your wine. I mean, fuck your gloves,
no one
dude.
is left unscathed.
Youngster!
And you,
some
a
rags!
council,
I'd like to
let
oblige,
people
but
throw dirt on our work?
Am I
If I
supposed to
threw
die
out
of
everyone who
thirst here,
complains
or
over a
what?
beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Since there's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Because those so-called
I'll have a cup
craftsmen
of white.
are a band of parasites. You pay them, they come late.
I was kind of like nervous about this if I'd fail this immediately, but this is pretty fucking easy.
And you have to pay someone else to put it
Pretty cool.
right. It's a waste of time. I tell you, a waste of time.
Adam, don't interrupt the proceedings with your drunken ranting, even if you are in the right. And as for you, Enderlin,
Waiter,
haven't you noticed
pour me
there's
red
a war
wine.
going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something
Sir?
other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Are you doing?
Good.
Do you?
Now run on.
And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over,
Boy,
mein Freund,
I'd like some white.
your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me. You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral.
Thank you.
Just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you! I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Hobrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Oh shit, we're finally gonna see the king. Damn, dude, that's the fucker that murked my family.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this plan of fight!
Fuck yeah, dude. That was sick. That was really sick.
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Gutenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fella?
The great... He's got more...
Can he be...
he's beside. If he were on...
How does it feel? Or...
No fear. Why?
Don't care.
But I suppose...
Indeed you...
I don't...
In that
Don't
case...
care. Fucking hell, shut up.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your... community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all? Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Do you want to make use of the council to improve the status of Jews in the city?
Not at all. However, we would like to give the council something it is sorely lacking. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Henry's done a few things I'd like to give him a slap or two for. But like they say, to err is human. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's bloodfather denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Excuse me. I'd better not drink.
Better communion wine than kosher, is it?
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin. A friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin-Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
Oh shit, was that the dry
Dear
devil?
friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain... shortcomings?
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the Council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths, and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
Nobody has the likes of these. I reckon.
Not even Botchek?
Not even Botchek. He's a great look.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Ha! Even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well. We have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I'll talk to you later, Father. This is important.
You're in my home, so you'll talk to me first. What is it you want?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up, then. What are you doing here?
It's none of your concern. I have nothing to say to you anyway.
That's how you speak to me? In my own home? I'd hope you'd grow out of that impertinence. But it's far too late for that.
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
You're exaggerating, like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? You're the one who turned my home into a house of ill repute. Your whores wandering around as if they owned the place.
Oh, actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
I'm not happy about it, but I accept. This isn't how I imagined my first meeting with my brother.
Make
Well,
room for us if it matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man.
You fuck!
Stay back.
Why you've still got teeth?
Wanker!
Look in my eyes, not at my sword.
That will do.
Good day to you.
Greeting. My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And no luck again, eh? When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days? He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
Do I have any choice?
If it's really that important, you don't.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Look out!
mustn't push too hard.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his... Yobs comes up with a plan.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
Are we not on the same side?
We are, but an alliance is of no use if it doesn't also guarantee safety.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund?
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? My Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
Well, I explained to him how such an alliance could be mutually beneficial.
Mutually? What do you mean?
He's got a pretty serious personal interest in this... bond.
Stop beating around the bush and spit out what you promised him.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstadt. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. And let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parlaying skills.
He's like, fuck yeah, we're gonna get a shit ton of money. Alright.
Take a look at that.
Zabuchik, your niece Yivka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yivka and the unhappy Lord King.
Here's to a good bargain.
They just sold each other's family to each other. That's crazy. Somebody playing dice?
The Lord be with you.
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like to play?
Masters,
let's play.
Come on then, show us what you can
No
do.
shit, I don't have any trick
Playing for the
dice.
first time.
Let's see. It's truly up to luck now, guys.
One beer.
Have you lost your mind? You're gonna lose everything. Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Well, you're not afraid of anything.
Fuck.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that.
Yep.
Damn, he's risking it all.
I knew it'd be drinking. I said as much.
Just from the smell of it. Don't tell me you're soft. I ain't soft. Just don't want to drink any rock gut today. Today I...
You might even win with that.
I'll have some wine.
Service is kind of slow.
That's what I'm talking about, damn it. That's how you have to play.
It's like I'm invisible or something.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
You have to have a bit of sense and count the dice.
The lucky bastard.
Yep.
What's the hold up? Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
Taking their time again.
Ale!
See? You can do it.
I'll drink
Keep
to
it up.
that.
My God, I'm done.
I just pick them up and throw them, then I pick them up and throw them again. That's all there is to it.
What do you mean? It's none of your bloody business.
He had 3 twos and didn't do anything with that.
Something like this happened to me back in '98. But that was different.
Here.
Maybe I'd prefer a short game to a long one like this.
What are you planning for supper? I like
I'm proud. Time like this.
I have relatives.
You think they'll be pleased to see you?
What?
Luck is on my side, it seems.
Son of a bitch.
You've got it all worked out. Just be careful you don't eat an appetite.
And that's exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
Burgers, patricians and usurers.
Hey.
But we were good enough to do the dirty work.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? Just keep on playing dice? I mean, I'm down for that.
You argue all the time that you couldn't live without each other. And he hasn't even greeted his own cousin yet. Tell me, what did Pinnock ever do to his house?
You seem a bit out of sorts. Anything wrong?
Oh, these grand aristocratic assemblies are nothing for me. I'd be happier if they just told me in the morning how it all went and what my boys have to do next.
But then you'd miss all the grub and the booze. And the gossip.
Oh, and have you heard anything interesting here?
It seems Liechtenstein's...
And how's he gonna do it? Well, the only...
Okay.
Good day to you.
I'd like to play...
What game would...
Let's play, beggars.
Let's play.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
So what bothered you so much? You were a real fucker, lad. Hi, I know. You said that already. But why? Why what? You were just a...
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Well, you're not afraid of anything.
Bust.
Nothing worth mentioning.
You wouldn't be so stupid. Is that how you play dice where you come from? They're not going to believe me when I tell them back home.
Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything.
Damn it.
Unbelievable! I've never seen anything like that.
These ones here.
Oh.
My God,
No,
we've already
that's
had
as
so
far as
long.
I-
Come on, let's liven it up a bit.
Fuck.
Unbelievable! I've never seen anything
Cheers!
like that.
Would you like
What game would...
courtiers for me?
And do you have enough money?
Aha! Wagoners.
Let's play.
We'll see whose side luck is on today.
Fuck.
Nothing worth mentioning. I've never seen anything like that.
Service is kind of slow today. Here.
A tankard of ale, thanks.
The computer's straight up cheating. There's no fucking way, man.
That's enough. Your turn.
There's no fucking way. Bust again.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that.
Jeez, bro.
My God, I'm done.
Watch the hold up. I just open my mouth and wait for it to rain.
No
You
great
were
loss.
smart.
It wasn't
It's so stupid.
The fuck?
Huh.
You know how I ended up last time.
puked all over my feet. Rolled around.
But you were the only one. The only who'd drink it. All the others tossed it just for the smell of it. Don't tell me. Ale soft.
I ain't soft. Unbelievable.
Damn it.
I've never seen anything like that today. Today I'm sticking to ale.
What can you do?
Dude, are you fucking serious? Like this.
I feel a lucky.
What game would you...
Wagoners.
Let's play.
Today's my lucky day. I can feel it in my bones.
You might even win with that.
That's good too, but you could throw better.
My God, what
I
a
knew
fuck
it'd
up
be good.
again!
I said as much.
How about trying your luck at
What game would...
Wagoners?
Let's play.
Oh, Fortuna, may the best player win.
Fuck.
No great loss.
That
It
was
wasn't
the
that good.
smiting of Sodom.
Why do you give a fuck? It's none of your bloody business.
Here.
So you're jealous.
I don't see what you find so complicated. You just pick them up and throw them, and I pick them up and throw them again. That's all there is to it.
Mind your own fucking business. I just don't want to be alone.
You have to have a bit of sense and count the dice.
Why did I even pick up those dice?
Christ! What's the hold up?
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
See? You can do it. Keep it up.
Wow.
That's enough.
Something
Your
like
turn.
this happened to me back in '98. But that was different.
Well, you're not afraid of anything.
My God, what's taking so long?
Here.
That's what I'm talking about, damn it. That's how you have to play.
They're taking their time again.
Nothing worth it.
That's what the smiting of Sodom must have been.
A jug of wine, thanks.
Hey, where's that beer?
Huh. What are you planning for supper? I'd like to go to Prague. One day.
No great loss.
Dude, are you fucking serious?
Sodom must have looked like.
It's like I'm invisible or something.
Yep.
The odds of that happening like back to back are so small. That's game. Fuck.
Luck is on my
That's
side,
what the
it seems.
smiting of Sodom must have looked like.
How about trying your luck at dice?
What game would you like to...
Wagoners.
Let's play.
Come on then. First time.
This one.
You said the same thing last time.
I'm telling you, you haven't heard this one. Listen up.
I ain't
One
listening
beer.
to this. Not again.
So, you know about the man. And about those three.
Those three water spies at the weir. You already told me. And about how you were so scared you couldn't get it up.
All right, so you really do remember it. It's a great fucking story, eh?
My God, I'm done.
Computer always just finds a way to fucking beat me by 150 points every single time without loaded dice. I had some people a while ago ask me why I use loaded dice and just don't play with the normal ones, and this is exactly why. The games are so much longer, and the computer's fucking rigged. Like, what? And then watch, he's gonna get like a 1 or a 5 or something. Yep. Not me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Wow. Oh shit. Bust. Oh no, thank fuck. What the? Like how?
Fuck that! That was good! It has to...
They'll surely fall my way now.
What game would you...
Wagoners.
Let's play.
We'll see whose side luck is on today.
Damn it.
If you were smart, you wouldn't be so stupid.
That's enough. Your turn. Here. Oh, come on! Here.
Again? Come on, don't be a chicken. You get into it. You'll drink anything, even if it'll knock out
You know how I ended up last time? Puked all over my feet.
just from the smell of it. Don't tell me you've gone soft.
I ain't soft. Just don't want to drink any rot gut today. Today I'm sticking to ale.
What the fuck, this lucky bitch?
My God, I'm done. My God, what a fuck up again!
Alrighty.
I have a bit of... What game would you... Masters, let's play.
Oh, Fortuna, may the best player win.
This has gone slow today.
It's none of your bloody business.
God damn it! I give up.
So they put out, we fuck, so what?
I'll have some wine.
Mind your own fucking business. I just don't want to be alone.
Well, you're not afraid of anything.
You might even win with that.
That's good too, but you could throw better.
Here.
Taking their time again.
What the like, dude, there's no fucking way. Are you fucking serious?
That's the way it's bloody well done. Kurva!
No way. What the fuck? Yeah, the game had to nerf itself, bro. That was ridiculous.
That's enough.
What
Your
you find
turn.
so complicated. I just pick them up and throw them, and I pick them up and throw them again. That's all there is to it.
jug of wine, thanks.
Hey, where's that beer?
See? You can do it. Keep it up.
Why Prague? You think they'll be pleased to see you? Hey, honey, thank you.
Got it all worked out. Just be careful you don't eat them out of house and home.
Something like this happened to me back in '98. But that was different.
Have you lost your mind? You're gonna lose everything.
You have to have a bit of sense and count the dice. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like
What the fuck? And then just 35s.
Finally, I
You were
won.
smart.
Oh.
I'm out 3 times already.
Bullshit. You haven't heard this one.
I did. You said the same thing last time.
What are you sneaking around here for,
You haven't heard this one. Listen up.
I ain't listening to this. Not again.
So, you know about the mill. And about them. And that's exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
What am I supposed to do?
Take a look at that.
May I have a word?
You, unlike
Oh, there he is.
Got some good news and some bad news for you.
The bad news is there's hardly any females in this whole damned place. There's some old bat standing there with 2 young girls, but she watches over them like a mother hen. So at least tell me the good news.
You're going to get married.
Good one. Is she at least pretty?
I don't know. I've never seen her.
You're really a barrel of laughs, Godwin. Wait till Hannah hears this. Now, enough nonsense. Let's have a drink.
To your health.
Okay.
Sir Kunz. Oh dear.
have done.
God be with you.
I'm gonna kill that bastard. You hear me? Kill him. I ain't letting that bastard go anywhere near.
How are you getting on so far?
Aside from the happy family reunion, everything is going according to plan. Thanks for asking.
I'd almost forgot. Keep it up. Just don't overdo it with the wine. No one takes a walking wineskin seriously.
From Anna. Anna Wonstein. Alright. Okay.
Black rock. They didn't look poisonous, but I only took a few to be safe. Never heard of those.
There you are.
I'll be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you.
Your...
No beating around.
Margrave Yob's plan...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on it.
Christ.
I should say, although... I am not...
Then
So...
Nothing
Don't
more.
care, shut up.
It's not only your...
If you want...
Do you have some...
Well...
who's that?
Harmon now.
All right.
I'll bring them, but watch your...
Get support, swap out the documents in the saddlebags. Okay, cool. Don't care. Sure.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? No one's allowed in here.
I'm waiting here for you.
Oh, how's that?
I've been watching you for a while, and I have a feeling you do well to talk a little. In conspectu Dei.
Who in God's name are you?
In God's name indeed. I'm a priest, and I know a wretched sinner when I see one.
Is it that obvious? Christ above.
Don't blaspheme. It'll help you more to confess.
And in the morning, when I met him, even...
That's... And then... You won't.
I'll start right away.
Thanks.
I've got those papers.
Quiet.
Lady, here they are. You're welcome.
As agreed.
Thank you.
Yes, quite.
How could I refuse?
And to...
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin.
I bring nothing.
Both of them.
What the fuck?
This is going to...
Finally. Whew. That was the longest little subsection ever.
We have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas!
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swill pot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sargitz, your insolence just cost you your place on the council, and a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the King's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries. They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you.
I think I gave him the right fucking wine.
If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslaus' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp,
I think I'm poured on the wrong wine.
Hungary is a viper's lair. For God's sake, what is this? Guards, throw this fool out.
What kind of a donkey have they sent me? Are you only deaf or completely stupid as well? I've never been so ashamed in my life. And in front of the king himself. Be glad I'm not having you whipped like an unruly brat. Get out.
Fuck. It's an immediate game over. That's crazy. Story ended.
Between the two of us, Margaret, was I not perhaps too hard on you? And speak candidly, we have had enough of important flattery.
They need to be shown their place. We suffered their insolence for far too long. The same is true.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against her. We are glad she's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had healed him.
Boy, can't you see the king's copper's end?
Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks will do. We have concerns.
I could fucking hardly hear him through this fucking music. Shut up. This music is insane, bro.
We have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas Wayne brought us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odoric, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace, at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king. You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself. First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, from back up, his men set out for Raptor. Alderaan won't get you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Oderyn, we can handle Ruthard easy. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of that.
White it is. Quickly!
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find us useful.
Need be. We could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for a candidate.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Surely you don't want to break in?
I'm filled with grief.
Look, Margaret loves you.
Begging to be eaten.
Didn't he say that Lord Kronstadt was going with them?
No, but they made an interview.
Left a long time ago.
Irish priestess going to be sweating at the altar. Nearly drops his soul to Hallelujah, glory.
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. So,
Touching.
come.
I never had one.
Truly?
Oh, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is.
See now. Only there's fuck. Well, get some.
His lordship.
I had my hand left.
You can bet him.
I don't.
For the piglet.
Strong words.
You're right about things. The sooner he's gone, the king Wenceslas.
They'll be fine. You're right. I don't know about you, but I can barely stand. It's going to take time. Fucking beggars.
I'd rather eat well. Damn it. Your name is unpronounceable.
I'm filled with grief. The roast was calling out to me, begging. To be eaten.
Did he say that Lord Kronstadt was going with them?
I
The sooner he's gone, the sooner life returns to his country. Drink me that. To King Wenceslas.
They'll be fine. You're right. I don't know about you, but I can barely stand. And to stand over that ditch, I could just fall in. So you see, the best thing we could do is stay, right? I thought.
You're a lister with brown hair, though.
God be with you. Good day.
Greetings.
Sorry,
What do you think?
where might I find the really good wine here?
Why? You don't like...
It's not for me.
Aha. If you... It's Lord...
You farmyard beast!
Once Jobs raises an army, he'll sit himself and run back to Hungary.
And why would he do that?
I'm right.
But I'd rather run my own affairs.
I understand.
How come...
All, but I, nothing. It's the...
I'd bet...
What do you... Have you ever thought about getting married?
Not a bad one. But it's more suited for a ride in the woods or a hunt. No use at all for that. You don't need an expensive horse. Just me when I get one straight. You're wrong. In a battle, your life depends. Some easily spooked ponies are nasty to me.
My boots of fellows is no pony.
You couldn't think of a fancier name?
You...
Sorry,
From cleaning up this...
I've come to rescue you from work and responsibilities.
Really? Why don't you save that sweet talk and tell me what you want?
Well, it occurred to me we could maybe spend a little time together.
Of course. What else? Do you play dice?
You mean strip dice?
You strip if you like. Either way, you'll end up bare-arsed and with an empty purse.
All right. Let's have a game.
I've heard about you.
Ah, fuck.
Can't beat me.
We won't get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful here.
Don't talking bollocks. Once Jobs raises an army, he'll sit himself and run back to Hungary.
And why would he do that? If he was so craven as to run away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way
If I was
here.
you,
I'd take it.
Be an army like the likes of which this country's never seen before.
You're living in a dream world. It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering the lords one by one. An open battle break.
What the fuck?
Fucking bloodbath.
Sure know how to lighten them.
And now we'll see.
I'm telling you, give it a year and Sigismund will be gone.
Your turn.
I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful here.
Don't talking bollocks. Once Job raises an army, he'll sit himself and run back to Hungary.
And why would he do that? If he was so craven to run away from the first army that crossed...
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
all the way here.
But this won't be just any army. It'll be an army like the likes of which this country's never seen
Have
before.
you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything.
It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering the lords one by one. An open battle breaks out. It'll be a fucking bloodbath.
That'll work. Hopefully I'll do it again.
I'm telling you, give it a year and Sigismund will be gone.
Now I'll show you how it's done.
Get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful here.
There, that turned out all right.
Once Job raises an army,
Why'd I even try?
himself and run back to Hungary.
And why would he do that? If he was so craven as to run away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here.
But this won't be just any army. It'll be an army like the likes of which this country's never seen before.
Well, you're not afraid of anything.
It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering the lords one by one. An open battle breaks out. It'll be a fucking bloodbath.
Sure know how to lighten them.
That's
That's
game.
enough for me.
Oh shit. Okay, there's a chance.
I'm telling you, give it a year and Sigismund will be gone.
And I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful here.
Don't talking bollocks. Once Job raises an army, he'll sit himself and run back to Hungary.
And why would he do that? If he was so craven as to run away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here.
But this won't be just any army. It'll be an army like the likes of which this country's never seen before.
Go big or go home.
It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering the lords one by one. An open battle breaks out. It'll be a fucking bloodbath.
Sure know how to lighten them.
Finally a win!
I'm telling you, give it a year and Sigismund will be gone.
And I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful here.
Don't talking bollocks. Once Job raises an army, Sigismund will be gone.
And I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too old.
Couldn't you have run out when you started retching?
You're living in a dream world.
I see 4 hooves, a mane, and a tail. And I say it's a horse. But if you've got a different idea about a horse, I know my luck. It's not a bad one. Going sour now. 4 suits for a ride in the woods or a hunt.
Having a good time?
There's a fucking bore. These old farts here have no idea what fun is.
Well, what are you missing? There's wine, food. Well, let's have a game then. But for what?
For coin. Whatever.
Let's make it 50 groschen to spice things up.
Nice. If I'd known you had that kind of coin on you, I'd have pinched it long ago.
Want to roll some dice?
Sure. How much will you wager?
Playing for coins a bore. You got anything else to wager?
I might have something. But you'll have to bet at least 20 groschen against it.
And what might that be?
Let's keep it a surprise. You won't be sorry, though.
What the hell? It'll be fun at least.
You bet it will.
Greetings to you, friend.
What the fuck? That's game.
At least you can tell by the name that the horse is immensely valuable.
Sorry, from... I've come to...
Really?
Well...
Of course. Do you play dice?
You mean...
You strip if you like.
I'll give that a minute.
Not up. Look, if you...
I want to try to get that success. I want to see if it's even fucking possible. Oh man, it's a beautiful day.
Sorry, from... I've come...
Oh, do you play...
You mean...
You strip if you like.
I gotta see if this is fucking possible.
Sorry, have you got some... from... I've come...
Do you play dice?
You mean...
You strip if you like.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's fucking possible.
So, from... I mean...
And you're one of those?
It's not for me.
I see. And anyway, I don't know nothing about no one. Try asking my mom.
I've come to rest...
Really? Why don't...
Well...
Of course. What, do you play dice?
You mean...
You strip if you like.
All right.
It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering the lords one by one. An open battle breaks out. It'll be a fucking bloodbath. And I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful. And why would he do that? If he was so brave to run away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here.
Just need 200.
It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering the lords one by one. An open battle breaks out. It'll be a fucking...
That's 100. That's game. Where's my prize, bitch? Give me my prize. Remove thy robe. That's fucking hilarious.
Good day.
Sorry,
What do you think? A fortress full...
where might I find a really good one?
Why?
It's not for me.
Aha. If you go down the cellar stairs, you'll see the pictures lined up on the table. It's Lord Odorin's best. He's drunk plenty of it himself.
Okay. Wine in the cellars.
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to this celebration, you old fox.
Nope. It's a fucking ambush.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Fuck yeah. Fuck all of these people, dude.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Dude, we're drunk off our ass. This isn't happening. We're gonna fucking die. Oh, now we're sober.
Jesus.
Okay.
Christopher can't make it on his own.
have it! I'm just getting warmed up, you shit!
You're done here, Horton.
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Did my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin.
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone all right?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but... not everyone was so lucky.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
Markvart bragged about it to Sigismund, and Sigismund promised to make him Lord of Raborsh in return.
When he sees what von Bergau did with it, he'll shit himself.
You find that funny? Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and slaughtering innocents? Who else has to die before we do something about it?
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpses before you bothered to turn up.
Well, not you.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat, trust me.
We've lost a lot of allies. We'll have trouble finding new ones. They'll be afraid to even peep against Sigismund.
Well, are you surprised? Look around. Sigismund showed everyone what's coming for all who resist him.
You want to give up now?
Nobody said anything about giving up. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
And what am I supposed to do? Can I help somehow?
You've done enough, don't you think?
And I'm sure Liechtenstein can't wait to find out what was discussed at the city council.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews. Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know about it. I'll be with Christopher.
The Lord is punishing them like this.
God's punishment or not, brought it upon themselves. Watch him. He's as greedy as a pig. And Hineg is... well, you know.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
They didn't even spare the animals.
My Tempest lost his life too.
Put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 lightning. What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Then we'll have a young survive.
He'll come back. Or maybe he'll get married and have a bunch of
Dirty. Well, nine feet was over.
You almost took me. They dragged Lord Odorin who knows where.
That dry devil is some soldier. The horse fell on me. I would get up again.
One got captured. What have they done after all the punishing them like this? Lord, punishment or not? Lost upon themselves. Watch. Just easy as a pig. Here he is.
Leave it alone. The two of you. Now we're in it anyway.
Poor animal. Handsome, young, dirty. Well, at least it was over with. We can only hope that dry devil
This is a nightmare.
we will spare the animal.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him. What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
They didn't even spare the animal.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him. What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived.
Spare the animal.
Put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him. What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him.
Handsome, young, dirty. Well, at least it was over.
Set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
They didn't even spare the animal.
Not a little boy anymore. Soon he'll get married and have a bunch of children.
We can only hope. Good, Dougie. Good boy.
I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
This is a nightmare.
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
We have to take care of him.
This is a nightmare.
Then we'll have a young
Spare the animal.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Owlett surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Let's fight. But do I look like I have time for that now? Drop by when I'm at the...
It's so lame. And very lazy.
So what? Any one of us could have come to a bad end.
I think it'd be best to get out of here as fast as we can.
I don't think anything. They let us live, so they must have something planned.
I knew it was going to be tough.
The dead are scattered outside. There are crows circling overhead.
Did I not tell you you should not come here? You did. But I still insist. Covered in blood, but most of it necessary. And what have we gained?
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. That makes two of us. Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did he talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Why are you even telling me this?
I thought you would want to know. Martin was raising you instead of being with Mother. And me.
I know what it's like. My real father rejected me too. I learned the truth only after Pa's death.
You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved XVII.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
Do you think it's really going to be that bad? Isn't it just scaremongering?
Wake up, Henry. That rabble is capable of anything. It would not be the first time. They would pillage their own neighbors if they could. But if they do it to us, they will not be punished.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well. We should get going right away.
Let's not waste time.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
But do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then. Let's go.
Peresh, can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't you worry. These are some sturdy... I promise we will save you, Ma. No one will touch a single hair on her beautiful hat.
Guys, we're gonna call it there. I'm passing out right now, man.